Mr. Lin, thank you very much for sparing us some time here at SNEC.
Thank you.
Your company's here exhibiting, and like a lot of microinverter companies, there's a constant need for innovation. Could you just give us an idea of some new developments?
So each year we introduce the new technologies. We started like the single microinverter, meaning the one panel per microinverter, and then we introduce the dual microinverter, which can power two panels in parallel and individually MPPT monitoring. Later on, we also introduced the three-phase microinverter, which powered four panels in parallel, which is the first microinverter in the world which has true three-phase microinverter. So through the years, we keep innovation and keep bringing up new technology and product to the market. In these years, we have two area of the new product introduction. One is on the a lot more on the software side, and we introduced released the microinverter management system on the mobile phones. We use the Apple apps, and so people can view and managing and all the system a lot easier on the apps. And also we enhance our communication units, which is even for certain area they do not have internet, but they have mobile phone, so they can use mobile phone as the display device and directly interact with our communication system. So it seems like to cover both ends. One area has internet, everything, but a lot of area people say, hey, I don't want internet, or I do not have internet, but I have smartphone. So then how do we make this smartphone? So in other words, this year we make our microinverter is a lot more intelligent and a lot more user-friendly. So this is the one area, new product. Of course, the second area we also launched the optimizer, which is we bring the benefits of microinverter, intelligence, smart or safety things feature into the ground-mounted utility scale system. We also introduced the off-grid inverter with the storages. So because we are moving into storage as well, later on we may share a little bit more. It's part of our strategy. But this stage we introduced the storage management and the off-grid, the inverters. So that's the new for this exhibitions.
Well, let's go back a little step there and talk about the monitoring system, because that's the interface that really embraces, especially on a residential or commercial. It's really important that interface and its operations are as simplified as possible. Just give us an idea of the functions and benefits of your particular system.
Okay, yeah. In general, for the monitoring system, we are able to monitor each individual panels, PV panels, their DC and AC parameters. So with all this data through our communicate units into our worldwide web servers, the customer can use the iPhone, use the mobile phone, use our desktop, and anytime can review the system performance. So that will make the maintenance it's a lot more easy and friendly. Also in the background of the database, we automatically give you some warning if some system is not abnormal performed. So that is all really give you not only the person-to-person interactions with the system, but also simplify and also enhance a lot of the maintenance type of work. So it is very, I think it will be the future for direction for all systems we should have.
Well, you cover the futures there, but maybe a little bit more specific information on your R&D development work, because obviously with microinverters there's a lot of need for intense research, because we're seeing the addition of energy storage, and there's a whole range of areas. Just give us an idea of what you're doing in that place as far as development work.
So the APS, the founder, we all work in the Silicon Valley, work there, even managing the high-tech company for many years. Therefore, the innovation is already building our blood. It's part of our DNA when we come back to China. So we're not interested in copycat the other guys' stuff. We always innovated. So we have a strong R&D team here. More than 60% of our team is R&D. And we have very strong 1/3 of engineer, software engineer, embedded software, and also the database of the software engineer. And also in the Silicon Valley, we have some key engineer doing the architecture design for high-level design. So our innovation from two aspects. One is from the system architecture point of view, and another level design for each individual technical block for the communication technologies and the embedded circuitry and the FPGA technologies. All these things individually spread in China, but we also have a lot of innovation at the high level, which is the architecture. As I mentioned, we have a dual microinverter, the only microinverter which has individual MPPT and individual monitoring capability. We have 3-phase microinverter. This all innovation start from the top level, and then how to materialize this kind of architecture innovation. Then we have another group of people in China, mainly to implement this type of innovation.
Obviously, the company's been operating and developing these technologies. Just give us an idea of the kind of shipment scale that you've had, and you mentioned as well earlier about the manufacturing side. Maybe give us an idea of the manufacturing capabilities.
Okay, yeah. So before that, also add on the previous question. So we keep on innovation, and also like a company, we submit 80 patents, and 40 of them already granted. So we'll keep building up our patent pools and protect our IP, intellectual properties. So of course, regarding our installations, in last 3 years roughly, we are cumulatively about 150 megawatt worldwide installation. From number of system point of view, we have about 15,000 systems which has the data into our database. Of course, the actual installation is a lot more than this number, because maybe more than 30% of customers are mentioned they do not want to have internet access to my database. But even though I still have 15,000 systems, and a lot of them in Australia and also in the United States and Europe. So that's our installation base. This year we were probably about 100 megawatts and more. This is our projections for this year for microinverter installation 1 year alone. So we kind of like a doubling, growing each years. Of course, our manufacturing, we use we call the fabless model. Silicon Valley guy always believe fabless model. Let professional guy do the manufacturing. So in APS, we have our manufacturing facility owned by our investors. So it is not my production line, but it is my production line, because I'm in the 3rd floor of the building. The production line in the first floor of the building. So the facility itself, the state of the art. If you are aware of the China has a supercomputer. Worldwide, they rank number 1, or maybe only 3 or 4 years. The largest scale of the computer motherboard manufactured by that facility. So it is the state of art type of facility. So it is the 1st floor of the building. We are the 3rd floor of the building. The capacity is well secured, and also manufacturing interactions all in the closed loop. We can quickly improve the yield and improve the productivity. So it's a very good facility set up there.
From a global market perspective, it's obvious that the US has been the key driver of the adoption of microinverters. We're seeing certain penetration in countries in Europe, particularly like the UK, but give me an idea of your market penetration.
Yes, the APS, where we started, we start from Australia. At that time, we have US companies in the US. There are also some European companies in the UK or in Europe. But APS, we look at the area and say, hey, Australia is pretty much like the virgin land. It's undeveloped land for the microinverter. So APS was the first one getting to the Australia market. So that's why as of today, cumulatively, we are still the number 1 the market share in Australia. We have about 10,000 systems installed there. And the early last year, we started getting to US market. And as you know, US market is huge coming from Australia, and that is why we has very good growth there. So now, as of today, we look at the last quarter, U.S. sales in U.S. is roughly about 50% of companies' business today. And we also started into Europe, specifically UK, Netherlands, France, or the Portugal, or the other surrounding country early last year. So we got good attractions there. So we have installation in UK as well, and Netherlands, and also the European country as well.